Hello and welcome to another video. Today we are on a DFDS Mini cruise, a DFDS ferry from Newcastle to Amsterdam. We are now on our second night here on the ferry. We arrived in Amsterdam this morning at about 10 o'clock this morning, and we spent a full day in Amsterdam. Well, from about 10:30 I think it was until about 3:30 when we got on the bus to come back to the ferry. So I thought, as this is our second night now on the boat, I thought I'll do a quick tour of the whole boat and show you everything that's available on these mini cruises, on this one anyway. As I say, this is a DFDS ship. It's a King Seaway. I think there is two. There's a Princess Seaway and a King Seaway. I think the King Seaway is slightly bigger, I think, looking at the plans. So the King Seaway is the one that we're on today, so that'll be the one that I show you around. I think there is 12 floors, there's 12 decks altogether. The lower ones are just accommodation, so I will go up to 7. I think that is the first deck where there's actually things there to do, and like restaurants. So I'll show you all the restaurants, I'll show you the duty-free shop, I'll show you the soft play area, the cafes, the cinema, the games room, and all the outdoor sort of decking areas where it's the observation decks and things like that. So I'll show you everything that there is to do, and I'll show you everything that there is on offer here on a DFDS ferry. This is, as I say, the King Seaway boat. So I'll start with a quick room tour. We did have, we booked 2 4-berth cabins. They are standard economy cabins, so there's no windows. They are on the lower decks, so they do warn that noise may occur. We've not really heard any noise. As I say, we spent last night on board and today in Amsterdam, and then this night is on board going back to Newcastle for tomorrow morning. It's about a 16-hour journey each way overnight, but it's the first time we've been on a ferry, and we did find that it doesn't actually feel like you're traveling. It's not like a plane journey or a train journey, because you've got the freedom to go, and you've got like pubs, like clubs, restaurants, shops, and there's loads of open areas to sort of walk around, and you just keep stretching your legs. You can come back to your room like we did several times just for a little chill out, and then go back out. It's like a little resort on the water. So as I say, I'll start with the room tour and then head out to the ferry decks and show you what's there. We are room 0208, and I'll show you the quick map of, this is the King Seaways, look. So this is the ship that we're on. So there is 12 decks. There's not a lot on the 12th deck other than the outside deck area. Deck 11 is the sort of upper class accommodation, deck 10 the same, and then you've got 9, 8 and 7 where there's things that I'll be showing you. 6 and 5 are accommodation, and 2 is where we are. So that's the economy accommodation. This is in the bowels of the ship, and as I say, we are 0208, and I'll show you what's inside the rooms. You do get little key cards, and these have got your cabin on, your room number, the date, and a little barcode. You just tap these against the readers on the door, and that grants you access to the room. As I say, this is a 4-berth standard cabin. You've got 2 single beds at the bottom, and then there's 2 single beds at the top. I've done it like this so you can see 1 down and then 1 up. But to pull them down, they are easy. You just grab them, pull it down, and then you do end up with 4 beds. Yeah, it is quite a tight space. I guess if you're not spending an awful lot of time in the room, it's absolutely fine. It was fine for us yesterday because we kept nipping out and going onto the different decks anyway. We basically just came back at bedtime. So that's the 4 beds. There is room underneath to store things. We've put the buggy on that side, and we've put the suitcase on that side, so there is plenty of room under to store things should you need to store anything. There is power sockets, there is USB on the lights each side. Not on the top decks, on the top bunks though. There's no plugs on the top bunks. There is just these 2 down there, and then there's a mains plug there. It's a European one. So all the outlet plugs on this ship are European, and everything is in euros. So if you want to go to Starbucks, even if you're in Newcastle, before you set off, it is still in euros. So I'll show you the lights. You've got the main light here, and then you do have these couple of little lights just with the buttons there to turn that light off. So they're quite nice soft lights on an evening. As I say, because there's no windows, it doesn't matter what time of day it is, it's dark in the room if you turn the lights off. So it's a nice sort of soft light. There's a speaker in the room as well. That's for the announcements that they make. We have heard a few announcements on it just as you're arriving, just as you're setting off from port, and then just before you arrive at your destination as well. There is also main plugs down here. There's two near the mirror. It's quite a big mirror. There is some coat hooks to hang your things up. If you're wondering how you get to the top bunks, there is a set of ladders, which I'll show you. The set of ladders is just at the side of the door. You just unhook it from the wall, take it over, and then you hook it onto the bed, and then that gives you access to the top decks of your bed. You just climb up. Simple. And then if you want to move it to the other side, you just unhook it and put it on the other side. So I'll just pop that back on. I'll show you the bathroom. There's the bathroom. So you've got your toilet rolls underneath. Oh, I will say as well, all the bedding was included. You didn't have to bring any bedding of any sort. All the towels. They do give you one towel per bed. So each bed on the top of the bedding when we arrived had a towel on it. And we also had 2 towels in the bathroom. So there's 2 towels in the shower. Shower cream there. Soap there. It is a small shower, and as you can see, the toilet is sort of in the shower. So if you're one of those fancy people that likes to use the toilet and shower at the same time, then you're able to do so. Let's get in the shower. Have a look at the shower curtain. It's a little bit stiff. There we go. So this is the room you get in the shower if somebody's using the toilet. It's quite tight, but I guess by all means it's kind of like a wet room as well, so you wouldn't need the shower curtain. Let's have a look at the pressure of the water, because we've not seen that yet. So let's check the pressure. That's the pressure. Not super powerful, but it'll do. So that's the economy 4-berth standard rooms. I will put the cost below now, what we paid for 2 rooms. We've got 2. We've got this one and we've got the one next door as well, but the one next door is identical. So that was just to have us all. I mean, we could have gotten all of us in one room, but it would be extremely tight. It'd be extremely like sort of closed in for us all, so we did end up just getting 2 rooms. So the 2 rooms that we got are both together. They're both 4 beds. So the 2 kids was next door in theirs, so they had a bunk bed each, and then me, Kerry and Albie just had this one. Because no one really wanted to sleep up top, we just wanted to be down here so we could have access to Albie should we need to. We took a mattress from the top and just put it in the middle here. So I had this side, Kerry had that side, Albie had the middle. There was no sort of fear of him falling out of bed or anything because he was just on the mattress in the middle. And we put the 2 spare quilts either side to fill the gaps in. So it was quite sort of securely sort of padded in this area. Just in case you're coming with any small children, you might want to consider not putting them in the bunks. And if you do want to do that, if you're coming with a child that you want to put on the floor, the mattress does fit perfectly in that bit there, and it's easy to just take out the bed, put on the floor, use the spare bedding that comes with the other 2 beds, and pad it all in. And he slept well, to be honest. He slept on that mattress the whole night. He only woke up in the morning when we got him up to get off the boat for breakfast. And I will tell you this as well, it's, for the size of it, for a small bed, it's extremely comfortable. The pillars are amazing. The pillars are like really soft, real squidgy. Your head sinks into them, and it was just a really nice night's sleep. I did feel the rocking of the boat through the night. I probably woke up, I don't know, 10-15 times at least through the night, just because I do when I'm in a new bed that I've never slept in before. And obviously this is a much smaller bed than a king size, which I'm used to at home. But it was, at times you could feel the boat rocking quite a lot, but it didn't bother me. It's quite nice, to be honest. It is quite soothing when you're laid in bed sleeping and you can feel a gentle rock. But the pillars and the bed and the mattress themselves are like extremely comfortable. I was worried when I saw the size of the beds, and I thought they ain't going to be comfortable. You're going to spend a full night sleeping on these beds, and there's nowhere to go if you're not comfortable. You can't just leave and go home because you're in the middle of the sea. But I needn't have worried because they are extremely comfortable beds, so that was really good. So that's the room tour. As I say, there is different classes. There is ones with double beds, there's ones with TVs, there's ones with living areas as well. We did get literally the cheapest rooms we could get because we thought we're only going to sleep in them. We're going to be exploring the boat. We're going to explore the ship both nights, and we're also just going to be in Amsterdam for the day. So it was more about the experience of being on a boat, not the sort of luxurious rooms that we was after. And as I say, I put down below, we did only pay like £102 for 2 rooms for 2 nights on board, and the day, or half a day it is. You spend about 5 hours in Amsterdam, but it was about £102 for 2 nights with 5 hours in Amsterdam, and an all-you-can-eat breakfast for us all this morning. I will pop in footage of the breakfast now. Breakfast time, let's go see what's on the buffet. Right, so there's the breakfast, so that's the price for the breakfast. Oh, we just need 1 boarding card. So yeah, this is the Explorer's Kitchen on deck 7, and this is an all-you-can-eat buffet breakfast. So have a little look at what's available. So there's croissants, there's blueberry and chocolate muffins. They're muffins. It looks like bread.
It's like sorry, like
Pain au chocolat, and then there's your toppings. Raspberry jam, orange marmalade, strawberry jam. There's blue cheese, sliced Gouda, brie cheese, smoked turkey, cooked ham, salami. Here's all your cereals and the milk. And all your toppings for your fruit yogurt, your natural yogurt. Gluten-free, so there's gluten-free cornflakes, gluten-free oatmeal. Look at the bacon. There's tomatoes, bacon, sausages, porridge. So there's beef sausages and smoked sausages. The ones at the front are beef sausages, the ones at the back are smoked sausages. Scrambled eggs. There's hard-boiled eggs and soft-boiled eggs. Mushrooms. Baked beans, hash browns, and then there's more sausages and bacon this side. And then this is the bread station. Different styles of bread that you can cut. And there's a toaster if you want to make some toast. There's bread buns. Okay, and then there's just more warm food, more hot food in the middle here. That's just the same, eggs, bacon, sausage, beans. There's fruit, fresh fruit. then this is coffee, hot water and fruit juice and milk as well. So there's juices, and then this bit in the middle here is just the teas. You get all different tea bags, hot water. So there's loads of choice, proper all you can eat buffet. Okay, so this is my first plate for breakfast. I've got 3 of the smoked sausages, 2 beef sausages, 2 hash browns, streaky bacon, mushrooms, scrambled egg and beans. And I've got an orange juice and a coffee. They do bring you the coffee in the jugs. I don't think you can help yourself to that, but you do get quite a good few cups worth in a jar, in a jug of coffee. And you've got some chocolate spread.
No, this is brownie.
Chocolate spread on bread. So you've just seen a little bit of the breakfast there. It was really nice. There was loads of choice for everybody to pick what you want. You could fill up on breakfast before you get off the ship and go into Amsterdam, which is good. And that's exactly what we did. And for the price we paid, it was just unbeatable. We would 100% do this again, and I think we will be looking to do it again, probably this time next year for the same price, hopefully. So that concludes the room tour. I've shown you the breakfast. Let's go on to the decks, and I will show you in more detail what's available on the ship. There is lifts, but there's only a couple of lifts, so you do end up waiting quite a while to use them. As we're on deck 2, and I want to take you up to deck 7 where the entertainment and the facilities sort of start. I'm just going to take the stairs, so there's plenty of stairs about, and the stairs are much less busy, and obviously you don't have to wait for the stairs. There has been times in the past couple of days that we've waited quite a while for a lift. We're on floor 2. We might end up going up. If we get on the lift at floor 7 to come down to floor 2, we might go up to floor 8 first, then floor 9, then floor 10, and then come down to back to 7, and then 2. So it can take us quite a while to use the lift to get to our deck. And as you've just seen now, I'm on to deck 7 now, using the stairs. Right, so this is deck 7. This is where the duty-free shop is. I'll show you on the plan of the boat in a sec at where we are and where we've just come from. It's pitch black outside now, so you can't see anything. We'll go outside in a little bit. Right, so we are there, that's our rooms. So we came up the stairs through deck 5, deck 6, which is just accommodation, and now we're on deck 7. This is where we are. So I'll show you everything that's around this area, and then we'll go up the next decks. I will pop out and show you the observation decks on each side as well. I think the front of the ship is closed due to high winds. I will check and I'll show you if it's open, but if not, I'll just show you from the back end of the ship. But let's see what's on deck 7. So I'll start with the duty free. There is a nice sort of open space. And that's the lifts, the 2 lifts to save the whole ship, which is I don't think is enough. Let's have a quick look in duty free. It's really busy in here. This duty free I think is open from departure until 10 PM. I'll check the opening times when we leave because I'm sure it says over there, but all I know is it's open as soon as you depart your port. It's open until about 10 PM. And this is just your bog standard duty-free items, your alcohol. I'll show you this because I was quite surprised at this yesterday. there's a £1,000 bottle of alcohol.
Hetzelfde was mee beginnen. Nee, maar dat zou dat is dat iets goedkoper. Ik wil dat zelfs even kijken.
£1,000 for that. So this is all the expensive stuff. £300, £350. So, but it's got all your normal stuff as well. Your Jack Daniels, your Smirnoff, Baileys, everything. This is where you can do some samples. You can have some samples of all them alcohols before you buy. You can get some tins of lager to take up to your room. Cases. It's £19.99 for 24 pack of Heineken, which is not too bad. €20 if you want to take that to your room. It's cheaper than bar prices. It's got crisps, a small section of toys, all your little souvenirs and things, but a lot of the souvenirs are like Newcastle. I think that's a Newcastle flask, mini flask, £15.99. You've got all your Kinder Buenos, your M&Ms, Skittles, Toblerones, of course. It's duty free. It ain't duty free without a Toblerone. And obviously all your perfumes, designer bags. There is another section just next door which is just closed, which I'll show you as well. It's got all your electrical essentials like your plugs, adapters, USB cords, headphones, earphones, shavers, anything you might need that you forgot or that breaks while you're on board, you can get it replaced here. There's just loads of all the perfumes and makeup and just the standard things you get at every duty free at an airport. You can come on ship and get it here. I think they do ask for your boarding card at duty free when you're paying for your items, so make sure you bring your boarding card with you, which is your little key card which gets you into the room, which I showed you when we was looking at the room. As I say, there's some clothes in this one as well, so there's all your Tommy Hilfiger, your designer clothes, Superdry, Lacoste. We haven't really had a look around here because I'm not really one for clothes shopping, to be honest. I don't tend to shop for clothes. I don't even know if that's a good price or not. I'm not a big clothes buyer. I wear the clothes I wear. I don't tend to buy myself many clothes. Most clothes that I own have been bought for me as a gift at some point, either a Christmas or a birthday in the past. So I'll head back out the way we came in just for wayfinding so it doesn't get too confusing. So that is the duty free. There's all the cigarettes and alcohol, cigarettes and tobacco at the back there as well. Oh yeah, it says it's open 8 until arrival and then after departure until 10 PM. And obviously there is restrictions as it's duty free. You do have a certain allowance as well. Right, so that's the duty free on board shop here on deck 7. We'll see what else is on deck 7 and then we'll head up to 8. This is the kitchen where we had our breakfast this morning. The Explorer's Kitchen, this clothes shop here, this is what we've just been in. This was the side of the duty free, but I came out of the entrance that I went in just so it wasn't confusing. And then that's the Explorer's Kitchen there, so where you can have dinner as well. We had our breakfast included in our £102, but if you want to pay for dinner, it's $33 for adults, $18.65 for 4 to 11, and 0 to 3 years are free. You can pre-book it for a discount, or you can just turn up and pay that price on the day. I think it's about €3 or €4 cheaper per person if you pre-book the day before, which you can do on the DFDS account page online if you've got an account with them. Right, so this is the guest service centre as well on deck 7. That's where you can buy your cinema tickets for the next deck up. There is 2 cinemas on board. and they're currently showing these films. So Cinema 1 has got Despicable Me 4 at 6, and Cinema 2 has got Inside Out 2. At 8 o'clock, Cinema 1's got Deadpool and Wolverine, Cinema 2's got Joker 2. And then at 11 PM, Cinema 1 has Beetlejuice 2 and Cinema 2 has Twisters. And that's €8.50 per ticket. Or you can, for $12.50, you can get popcorn or nachos and a soft drink with your ticket. And you do get that from guest services. And that's, if you've got any questions regarding anything to do with being on board, then that is where you go to speak to these guys. So that's the duty free that we've just been in. We've seen the kitchen, and I will go outside because there is access to go outside from this deck, but I'll go upstairs and show you upstairs first before we head outside, because the outside bit is sort of, you can go to the outside from all these floors. So we're now on deck number 8. This is where there's a second restaurant. So deck 8. And I'll show you where we are now. That little dot there shows you where we are. So we've done deck 7, we've done the shop, we've done the kitchen. All on this one, there's another restaurant, the Bistro North Sea. And then there's also coffee shop and soft play area. And a bar, which I will show you as well. Alright, so this is the set menu, 2 course for 45 or 3 course for 49. I'll just show you quickly there what the options are. Right, so that's the restaurant on deck 8. I'll show you down here. This is toward the front of the ship. I don't think it's open because it hasn't been for most of the journey due to high winds, but there is like a mini wildlife centre at this end as well, and an observation deck that, as I say, is not open. So I'll show you this side. You go down from deck 8, go down 1 flight of stairs at the front, and this is the wildlife. And when it's obviously open, you can go up and have a look outside. That little board that I just showed you shows you the sort of animals that you might be lucky enough to see. But not at the minute because it's closed due to high winds. We did go out there at one point yesterday, just after we set sail from Newcastle. That was open, so we was able to get out there then. There is another, right at the top of this set of stairs as well, there is another access point which looks like is open actually. This isn't at the direct front of the ship, but we can have a look outside here. It is quite windy and cold, but this is the observation deck toward the front of the ship. As you can probably hear, the very front of the boat wouldn't be open because you'd have this strong wind directly in your face, and that's no good. So you can go all the way down to the front of the ship, right down there, and there's little doors to go inside here as well. Some of these accommodations I won't be able to show you because I don't want to intrude, and all the curtains are closed anyway, but these are the slightly better accommodations because we did see these yesterday. These have got double beds in them and a TV, big massive, what looks like a 40-inch TV on the screen, on the wall, sorry. Oh, I'm going to go back in Now I've shown you this, I will go back outside again when we get to the back of the boat because it is a lot more calmer at the back end, and I'll show you that bit. But we'll go back in, finish deck 8 and then head up to deck 9. You just push the buttons to get in. Okay. As I say, these trips are around 15-16 hours each way. But it doesn't really matter how long it is because you're on board and you're freely able to explore the facilities and have a drink, have a meal, watch the entertainment. So we're back on deck 8. Look.
Nee, er is dus 1 of 10.
So that was the front end of the ship. We're going to go straight down here now, back into the foyer bit in the middle where we started, and then carry on going straight down there. And I'll show you the Starbucks, I'll show you the bar area, the soft play. It's only a small soft play, but I think that's where Kerry and Albie are going to be still, because that's where I left them. And I'll show you the outside of the back end of the ship. So this is the foyer bit. You go through these doors, and this is the first of a few bars. There's some live entertainment going on at the minute, loads of seating areas all along the windows, and that's the bar. And then if you go through the bar, this is where you end up being at the coffee shop. There's another breakfast room here. This is like the Explorer's Kitchen where I showed you earlier where we had our breakfast, but this is the Commodore breakfast. To me it looked like exactly the same food, it's just a slightly more relaxed environment and a bit more exclusive, but that's if you're in Commodore class accommodation, and we're just in standard. So there's another seating area here, and this is the Starbucks. Your standard Starbucks prices, it's all in euros, so you can get an iced cafe latte for $4.35 for tall or $4.65 for grand. Prices of the Starbucks, and like a lot of people sort of come out and set up for the evening at these tables and play games. People have bought cards and board games and all sorts. So I don't know if Kerry's still in here. This is the soft play for the kids. No, they're not in here anymore, so they've probably gone back to the room now. But that's the small soft play. This is the back end of the ship outside. This is where we stood and we watched the ship set sail from Amsterdam. Can't really see on camera, it doesn't show up much just because it is pretty much pitch black now, but I think that's Amsterdam in the background there because we only left not that long ago. But yeah, there is this floor, there's a little doggy area down there. I'll show you that actually, I'll go down and show you, because that's an area where if you've got dogs on board you can take your dog to do a little poo outside, have a little walk around, little run around, get some exercise. But there is this deck area here for observation, that's the next one up, and then up and up. I will show you when I get to the next deck up, I will show you the outside bit from there as well. But let's just go have a look at this little doggy area. We did see somebody yesterday bring their dog, and oh no, you can't see, I'll show you down there, look. So you get access to that from the next deck down, deck 8 I believe it is, or 7, but there is a little doggy area anyway, just there. So we'll head back through to the foyer area, and then head back up to the next deck up, and I'll show you what's available up there as well. As I say, that's the small soft play area. It is free to access, but there's not a lot on there. and then we'll go up to the next one. I'll show you the bar area where it's got the entertainment in it, and I'll show you the arcade and the cinemas. I won't be able to show you inside the cinemas. They do look quite small, but I guess you expect that on a ship, not in a Odeon. But last night and tonight they've got entertainment in this room as well, which is a live singer. I don't think it was the same guy yesterday, but he was in the same spot, and it was a singer with a guitar. It does say it all over the ship. You've got to remember there's a time difference. The ship jumps forward an hour in time. As soon as you board from Newcastle, set your clocks for 1 hour ahead. You won't pick up any signal on board unless you pay for Wi-Fi, which is expensive. I will find the prices for you and show you that, but it's not cheap. So this is just more accommodation down there for deck 8. So then we'll head up to deck 9. And this is deck number 9. As I say, the Wi-Fi is extremely expensive. Gives you the estimated time of arrival there. There is these screens on each deck giving you a bit of information. And that's what I was talking about with the time difference. Onboard time is 1 hour ahead of UK time. So I'll show you the bar area, which is really cool. There's sort of two sections to it. There's a driver's lounge as well if you are a lorry driver, truck driver, and nobody else has access to that. That is just for the drivers. And that's there. You do need to get a special card to get access to that. This seating area here. So this is the arcade area. There's a lot of things that are out of order at the minute. There is these little relax chairs, what you get in most shopping centres now, but they're a little bit more expensive. I'll show you. You pay with cash, and you can use euros, and it's €4, and I think you get 8 minutes. It says no card payment during sailing, just because there's no internet. You see, it's like rubbish for internet, obviously. But yeah, in cash it's €4 for 8 minutes in these massage chairs, and it sort of massages your legs, your back, your bum, your neck. There's 2 of them. And then just on the other side of the arcade, this is where the cinemas are. So you've got cinema screen 1. That's cinema screen 1. And then just next to it down here is cinema screen 2. You can hear the film actually playing the other side of the door. And there you go. Right, and then you've got a little bar area here. This is a quieter one. This is not open at the minute, but I think it will be later on, because it was last night at about 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock. This is a compass bar. This does lead you out into the other one as well. So there's this one. And then this is the main one. This is the one with all the seating area, and this has entertainment on. There was some live singers on the stage there last night. And this one's got loads of seating area. These chairs are really comfortable chairs as well that swivel. So I don't know. I know Maisie and Zach are sat down somewhere. I told them to be back at the room for a specific time, and it's nowhere near that time yet. So I said they could explore the boat for a little bit. You can head back outside. As I say, we're now on the next floor up, the next deck up, but it's the same view, to be honest. we go, you can reach the top. I'll take you as high as I can take you on these observation decks, and then I think that's pretty much it for the tour of the ship. I can't think that there's anything else to show you. I've shown you the bars, I've shown you the restaurants, I've shown you the duty-free cinema, the observation decks, the wildlife area, the games room, the massage chairs. But I'll just take you as high up as we can go, and then end this tour of the DFDS King Seaway. It's dark up here and it's very quiet. There's nobody else up here now. But there we go. There we are, we're on the highest point we can get. And there's a little tower. If you've got any questions about the little mini cruise, any questions about the ship at all, feel free to drop them in the comments below. I'll answer them if I can. If I know the answer, I will obviously share that with you. But that is it. That concludes this full tour of the DFDS King Seaway Ferry from Newcastle to Amsterdam. Well worth it in our opinion, especially for the price we paid. 100% worth the cost, and we would do it again. So as I say, any questions, do pop them down below. If you enjoyed the video, please do pop a like on it. Don't forget to click the subscribe button. And until next time, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. See you later. Bye bye.